Bring them out, bring them out. 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 Everybody's got a song called Rockstar, running up the pop charts, all they do. I've been Houdini with my commas, my mama getting all these new tattoos. And I ain't saying that I'm Nickelback, kicking it in Cali with
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Defending Super Bowl champion, Houston, Texas.
On the Falcons sideline, head coach Raheem Morris. His guys ready to get this one going. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. Shreds into the stiff arm. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And leading the charge, their lefty QB.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10. At the 43-yard line.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Looking to throw, Penix. And this will be caught by Mooney. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And the hitch route is run really well. That jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space. All you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
He'll try to pick it up himself. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
He hits Mooney going across the middle. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
They'll run with Robinson.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Again, it'll be Robinson.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. And that sack brings up 4th and goal, a loss of 7. Big play.
And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons.
This will be spotted at the 20, so it's a 30-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And a look here at their signal caller, the 5th-year quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
On the quick.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Fowler. And at the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1. A lot more to go.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Here we go.
And Stroud now to throw.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Here goes Stroud again.
He finds his man, complete. It's Trevino. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 23. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter.
Throwing now is Stroud.
Open man is Higgins. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Stroud out of the gun here. Hard throw, incomplete. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. Here's Penix. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
They'll throw with Penix. And complete to Drake London. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Penix going to sneak it. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will be taken at the 13. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Here we go.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll keep it on the ground. Fowler. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
It's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Stroud looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Here's Stroud. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. A shotgun snap to Stroud. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Zone coverage there. We're playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. To the right side and intercepted. Garrett Stingley picks it. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse. Bates. And the Falcons will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted,
under pressure, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. And looking to throw, Penix. Looking deep here for Mooney. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Darnell Mooney, 60 yards. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And now out comes Houston. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now again, right side. It's Fowler. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for it in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Now Stroud. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Stroud to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Second and 10. Play action. Here's Stroud. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? you're likely going to have to.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
You don't see too many conversions on 4th and 10, but we just did there. A gain of 14 and a first down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
Already.
Again, it's Stroud.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
7 yards there and a first down.
10 at the 22-yard line.
Stroud.
He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Rondé Gadsden.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Texans are back within a score. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point.
And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Makes the score.
A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Darnell Mooney and the rest of this offense ready to go again.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
They start on the ground with Robinson here.
Up past the 30, second down coming up.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there's a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Now Penix.
They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill it for a loss.
3rd and 9 here.
Let's go.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. On 3rd down, Penix from the gun. Over the middle, complete. That's Robinson. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Here's Braden Mann now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
All right.
Throwing to start the drive. Stroud. Open man is Collins. He's got it. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Back to throw. Stroud. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go.
Stroud working out of the gun.
Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 30.
Stroud will look to throw once more.
He finds his man, complete. That's McGee.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
3rd and 1.
And he quickly clocks it, and they're going to have a good shot at getting 3 here before the break. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will do it for this first half.
So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen here with an abridged version of the halftime report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight, competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the 3rd quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
2nd and 11 at the 30-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Fowler. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 57 yards.
And the Texans come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. He's got it as they go up. by a total of 17-10.
Texans 17.
The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And a long run there in the end to top it off.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick
Following
off.
the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
I have to think a major focus of the half. Create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on third down.
First down.
Well, they picked up 5, needed 4. So to me, you know what that translates back to? Situational football and how they've been teaching it probably since OTAs and minicamps. Going over situations, know what you need, and find a way to get it.
On first and 10, it's Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up first and 10. They'll go play action here with Penix. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Falcons, first down. A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Falcons.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So a first and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. Robinson up the middle, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Second and 6.
From the 35, here's second and 6. Looking to throw, Penix. That pass complete to Moore. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 25-yard line.
First down. It's a gain of 10. First down, Atlanta.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Second down and 4. Robinson with another carry.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a third and 2 more.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on third. To the air, Penix. He'll try to pick it up himself. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And the Falcons are going to have first and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? A play fake. Now Penix. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Darnell Mooney. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Falcons have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And, partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the 3rd quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And I nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. And Stroud now to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Throwing now is Stroud.
A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well. Every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Stroud and company going for it.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
On the counter, this is Robinson.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime.
We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hand off to Robinson on the shotgun.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
B.J. Ojulari in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Koo knocks this one through the post.
And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Texans offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame. And defensively, Cordell Flott got him down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Only able to gain a couple there. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to get him quickly.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
It's a gain of 21 yards. And the Texans, first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll try the left side. It's Fowler. And he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now.
2 yards on
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 25-yard line.
And the Texans, first down. 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Stroud. This pass complete to Higgins. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 23-yard line.
Up the middle they go. It's Fowler. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Texans have taken a fourth quarter lead.
Important extra point up and through. And that will make this a 4-point game.
24, Falcons 20. Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So all eyes on the Falcons. Down by 4. A minute 53 remaining. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. Back to throw. Now Penix going to hold on to it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities?
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
A loss of 9 yards. It's 2nd down.
He'll look to throw. Pass complete to Robinson. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. On the bootleg, it's Penix. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Houston set to take over. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Really an excellent run, sidestepping tacklers on his way to a pickup of 8. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get through and protect the ball. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Here's 3rd and 3.
Here we go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Fowler. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. That last play, though, not indicative of the night he's had running the football.
No, you're exactly right about that, because all through this evening, it's been their night, hasn't it? One play here, they get it against them. I wouldn't worry about that very much at all. Just continue to do what they've been doing.
And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. Open man is Higgins. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down, and that is the big one, as they should be able to run it out from here.
Texans, 1st down.
Well, partner, tonight was a great way to kick the season off. That before the game, probably as much pomp and circumstance to start a season as I can ever remember. And this is just game 1 of many to come. Sitting next to you, really looking forward to it.
As am I. Great to be back in booth with you for another season. Great to get this year underway. You and I both know interesting is going to be the word. An extra week now as part of that newer 17-game season. What a fun opener tonight. We know the better games are still on their way, but I'm glad that we got started.
So for Houston, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.